Sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson arrested for incident at Washington Airport involving boyfriend. Reigning world champion 100-meter sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested last weekend for allegedly assaulting her boyfriend at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Richardson was charged Sunday with fourth-degree domestic violence, according to the police report obtained by the Associated Press. On Thursday, she ran in the opening round of the women's 100 meters at U.S. Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon. She has an automatic bye to the World Championships in September in Tokyo as the defending champion. USATF is aware of the reports and is not commenting on this matter. USA Track and Field said in a statement. Richardson's agent did not immediately reply to an email request for comment. The police report said an officer at the airport was notified by a Transportation Security Administration supervisor of a disturbance between the 25-year-old Richardson and her boyfriend, sprinter Christian Coleman. The officer reviewed camera footage and observed Richardson reach out with her left arm and grab Coleman's backpack and yank it away. Richardson then appeared to get in Coleman's way with Coleman trying to step around her. Coleman was shoved into a wall. The report later said that Richardson appeared to throw an item at Coleman, which the TSA indicated may have been headphones. In the police report, the officer said, "I was told Coleman did not want to participate any further in the investigation and declined to be a victim." Richardson won the 100 at the 2023 World Championships in Budapest and finished with the silver at the Paris Games last summer. She had a positive marijuana test at the 2021 U.S. Olympic T. Read more at https://economictimesindiatimescom/news/sports/sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson arrested for incident at Washington Airport involving boyfriend/article show w/cmsutm_source equals contento finterest and utm_medium equa. The gates had closed already, security swept, boarding done, the hush of pre-flight anticipation humming through the terminal. But for Sha'Carri Richardson, the world's reigning 100-meter champion, time came to an abrupt stop. It was Sunday, July 27, 2025, at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, and what would have been a routine move toward the departure gate transformed into the most unexpected relay of her life. Sha'Carri, age 25, was traveling with her boyfriend of over 2 years, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman, a high-profile duo. Both owed the privilege of speed by nature. But on that humid summer evening, the only motion was movement away, toward misunderstanding, toward confusion, and ultimately toward arrest. Security staff at the TSA Checkpoint 4 first noticed tension. Words flashed like ignited sparks. A TSA supervisor alerted a Port of Seattle police officer. What happened next was captured on camera. Richardson reached out, grabbed Coleman's backpack, then yanked it away. Coleman tried to walk around her. She stepped in his path. In one push, he slammed into a nearby column. Footage showed her bumping him again, each shove sending him staggering a few feet. At one point, Sha'Carri tossed an object, allegedly a pair of headphones, at him. Wikipedia. +15. Fox 13 Seattle. +15. AP News. +15. It looked small in scale, and yet massive in consequence. Coleman, the intended target, later told police. The altercation escalated from a verbal row. He declined to press charges, stating that nothing physical occurred, and explicitly declined to be a victim. Connecticut Post. +9. Sky News. +9. Pulse Sports Nigeria. +9. But Washington's domestic violence law is strict. Because the alleged conduct occurred within 4 hours of the officer's arrival, they had to act. Richardson was arrested on suspicion of fourth-degree domestic violence assault, the lowest degree of assault in that jurisdiction, but still a criminal matter. The New Indian Express. +8. Pulse Sports Nigeria. +8. New York Post. +8. At 6:54 p.m., Sha'Carri was booked into the South Correctional Entity, SCORE, in Des Moines, Washington. She remained in custody until roughly 1:13 p.m. the next day, holding time totaling well under 20 hours. Catanasser.com. +15. Sky News. +15. The New Indian Express. +15. By Thursday, July 31st, she appeared at the U.S. Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon, running the opening heat of the women's 100 meters in 11.07 seconds, advancing but then withdrawing before the semifinals, not just from the 100, but from the 200 as well, despite holding a bye for the World Championships due to her status as defending champion. The automatic slot for Tokyo in September was hers regardless, but the day's events cast a shadow over her competition. New York Post, +9. AP News, +9. HoustonChronicle.com, +9. In a world accustomed to praising her blaze of speed, SeaTac that evening reminded us how quickly a moment can fracture. The collision of celebrity and personal entanglement, recorded on tape, interpreted through law, and broadcast globally. USA Track and Field refused comment. Her agent remained silent. Sky News, WSLS, AP News. Reflection, the relay you never trained for. Picture her, moments before. Colorful hair glinting in overhead lights, long nails tapping a boarding pass, the thought of relays and fast tracks dancing in her mind. Then, the weight of conflict, an argument with someone equally fast, equally fierce. What camera lens freezes is not the person but a persona. Biography bleeding into headline. The push, the grab, the throw. They reveal more than physicality. Underneath lay intimacy tangled in tension. Two elite athletes bound not just by love, but public expectations. He declined to assist the investigation. She declined to be silent. Yet the law did not wait. Within hours, imprisoned and freed, competing and withdrawing, she pivoted from world champion sprinter to subject of a legal case. A single night became a crossroad between personal privacy and professionalism, passion and protocol. Why it matters. Legal duty. Washington state mandates arrest if probable cause exists for domestic violence within hours of the incident, regardless of whether the victim presses charges. Pulse Sports Nigeria. Public scrutiny. Richardson already carried prior controversy, missing the Tokyo Olympics in 2021 due to a cannabis suspension. Now another headline, another judgment. Sky News, +15. AP News, +15. The Sun, +15. Human complexity. Fastest female sprinter in the world. In love with a fellow one. Under pressure. Under the lens. One argument. One airport. Unexpected consequences. In that terminal, speed was not her ally. The fastest woman in the world found herself motionless under arrest. Perhaps the quietest moment of her career, spent in the solitude of a jail processing room, became the fastest moving headline.